Hi, we're Joel and Lia.
And welcome back to an unnamed type sort of thing on our series, which we're kind of calling Ask Yourself, but we don't know really what to call it yet.
Yeah, so if you have any ideas of what we can call this series, obviously like some series speak for themselves, like the Questions For series, or you know, what
Brits
other,
React To.
or slang.
But
what's
this is kind of a thing where we ask ourselves questions that prompt us to think more about our morals, think about our opinions about stuff, and voice them. And often the best story or the best thing that comes up in the video is used as the title.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys can help title this series.
Yeah. Life questions, ask yourself, like what could it be?
Would you rather, but not really would you rather, would it?
Would you rather?
It's like...
We'll find it.
We'll find a title. But yeah, we're still testing this format, so we hope you're enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
On to the first question.
So if you watch the second episode, you'll have seen that we ended with this question, but we didn't answer it. So remind us what it was.
Which sex do you think had it easier in our culture? Have you ever wished you were of the opposite sex?
Right.
I'm interested to see what you would think of this,
Really?
Joel.
Right.
I would be interested to see if you think females have had it easier. It depends what you're going for, doesn't it?
But what does it mean in this? Because it's changed a lot, even in my lifetime. I think women are now being a lot more respected than they were back in the day. Like even when I was born or when I was younger.
Yeah. It's still not quite equal though, is it?
No, it's not. I definitely think men have been treated more fairer throughout the centuries.
Yeah.
And I still think they probably are treated better now than women are. But I still think men are treated really badly. Like it's getting worse for men at the same time in other ways. So like before women just used to be the ones that felt bad about their bodies because they'd see Photoshop models in bikinis. But now guys have that all the time. The amount of guys that are like with six packs and they're ripped and like, I feel the pressure that I need to be hairless. I need to have a hairless torso, really muscly, really strong. Yeah. Like, and in the exact same way that you feel the need to have like a perfect hourglass body, hairless as well. And like, do you know what I mean? Yeah,
when it comes to like body or like the way, you know, the way that the media wants you to look or tells you that you should look. And then there's also just like in the world of jobs, you've got like men being favoured for certain jobs, you know, are women less employable because one day they're going to have a child and that they might cost that company X amount of money because they're like, you know, some might see that as like a weaker gender almost because they take that time out of their... Even though, you know, you shouldn't really see pregnancy as an illness. But, like, there's so many things. Have we got it easier?
Paid less as well.
Yeah, of course. That's the biggest one, isn't it? The pay gap and the gender pay gap. But I don't know. Have I ever wished I was of the opposite sex? I think when it comes to, like, my menstrual cycle, I've wished that I'm not... I wish I was a man because I wouldn't have to deal with this. And also because emotionally, females... like, you know, it's different hormones, isn't it? And it's like my sort of month is like whereas perhaps like males just sort of have like one level often. I know that's not for everyone, but just with my own personal experience of like emotionally I have wished that I was a man at times. Leah wishes she was a man.
That's the title of this video.
Why I wish I was a man. Just think life could be a bit simpler, a bit easier, but you know what? Embrace being a woman. Yeah, no, exactly. I know. The only times I've wished being a woman is just in the way that you would be. I'd like to experience it to know what it's like. Oh yeah, just be like, what's it like to be a woman today?
To like look, be like, I've got boobs.
Oh yeah.
But also I think another bad thing. I do think women have it worse than men, by the way. But another thing that's bad for men is that like you can't really show emotion. Like women can display any emotion, and they might get called out on it, being like you're dramatic or you're this, which is not right either. But equally, men are like the amount of suicide in young men is so high because we're taught we're not allowed to cry. We've got to be big, strong men, and even on this channel, like the amount of people that are like Joel's not a real man. He's so like this or that, and I'm like, you're stupid.
Like the definitions of like what it means to be a man and like not being able to. Be emotional, like have no wonder male suicide is so much higher than female suicide because there's all that pressure to be a man. Yeah, exactly. So, like, really,
and just those phrases I hate, the like man up or like you're being such a girl about it and things like that. That's not good for men or women to hear.
It's not, is it?
Like
there was a company that did a campaign like a girl, and they was like like there was like showing girls doing stuff, but it was like, why should we be saying like, you know, oh, you kick that like a ball,
like a girl.
But then all the girls were doing it really well.
Yeah, they were doing it well.
Yeah.
And I think that's why lots of people might view that as being like, oh, it's so liberal and like PC, but I think I'm not offended if people say man up, but I just think it perpetuates not a good worldview of what a man is or what a woman is as well.
Yeah.
Because women are far stronger than men in so many different ways.
Like pregnancy
exactly.
and in other ways,
Yeah. But anyway, so that's that.
You always get really deep in these.
I know, I love it.
Okay.
You want me to read
Yeah,
on to you?
go on then, because that's too long anyway for me to read, because I'm a woman. That's far too long.
Come on, man up.
Man up, Leah.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's so dark. This is like Black Mirror. So you are given the power to kill people simply by thinking of their deaths and twice repeating the word goodbye. So basically by going goodbye, goodbye. People would die a natural death.
I love the example.
And no one would suspect you. Are there any situations in which you'd use this power? So basically, I could walk down the street, see someone I don't like, think about them dying and go goodbye, goodbye, and they'd die a natural death. No, I wouldn't be implicated at all. They'd have a natural death. Would I do it? Would you do it?
I'm about to break the rules of this. What if you're saying bye to each other, like goodbye,
goodbye, goodbye? But you're not thinking of them dying.
You have to be going, I want you to die. Goodbye, goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye, goodbye.
I don't think that's the point about accidentally killing people. I think it's questioning your moral of whether you would kill someone if you could get away with it.
Basically, the question is, would I kill people if I could get away with killing them? No.
Wouldn't you?
I wouldn't. There's no one I want to kill that much. Well, there's a few. There's a few people on the not nice list, but I don't want to kill them. I'd rather. It's like so when you say to people, like, would you rather this person die immediately or be in jail? If someone did something horrible to you and your family, would you not want them to like suffer? But then it's like the tax man is. We're all paying for that person to suffer.
I know.
I don't know what the answer is to that.
But do you know what the answer to this one? I think I probably would. I'd like to think I wouldn't. But the amount of times where if you just get really angry or see someone on TV, not necessarily someone you know, but like someone like a politician or a celebrity or someone that you really don't like, you don't like what they stand for, you don't like what they say. I've definitely wished politicians dead before, which is terrible.
Oh yeah.
But I reckon I would use that power if I could. I think I would. I don't think I'd use it regularly. I wouldn't go around going goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Yeah, but you'd get to. Imagine how you'd feel after the first one, knowing you've killed them. That's nuts.
It's crazy.
Someone's dead, and you're like,
I did that.
And no one. Everyone's like, how did they die?
Yeah, but what if they're a horrible person? What if they're like extremely like racist and really mean and just an evil person? What if they're a murderer? What if they're a criminal that's in jail that you do wish was dead? Like,
it's tough. I still don't know if we should have the.
I know.
You or I should have the power to take their life. It's tough, isn't it?
I can see my mum watching this being like, Joel, no! We don't get to decide when people die, but I think I
don't know.
I'm just being honest. I feel like I would at some stage be tempted to use it. But I'd like to say no, I wouldn't.
Who would I use it on?
Okay, example.
Right.
You know when you see on the news where someone's been caught on CCTV kicking a dog in the face or like literally cutting open an animal like when they're still alive or something like that. That's what boils my blood. Yeah. And I would definitely kill them if I could.
Yeah, you'd go goodbye.
Yeah.
And they need to die.
Yeah, because I'm like, we don't want you on this earth.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and that's good actually. Yeah. Like when you see people that have like gone around like they've shot it and they've got a picture of it, they're like, look what animal I killed.
And
that animal's like nearly extinct.
I know.
It's nuts.
Or like poachers shooting rhinos to try and take their tusks, like goodbye, you're dead. Goodbye. I'd definitely use it, but I'd use it responsibly.
Yeah, you'd kill responsibly.
Murder responsibly.
Murder responsibly, okay. Is it my turn to read it out?
Yeah.
Okay. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the body or the mind of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? So would you choose? So you're going to get to 90, Joel.
Yeah.
I'm the genie. I've got the lamp. Do you want the body of a 30-year-old or the mind of a 30-year-old?
I think the body, but not because of superficial reasons. Like, I want to have a nice body forever. Because I think health is yours superficial.
And health.
And health.
I'm still stroking my genie.
Is that a cat or a lamp?
It's a cat lamp.
A cat lamp. No, because I think health is so important, and you see like 80, 90-year-olds like hobbling down the street, and I'm like, it must be feeling really weird because their mind probably hasn't deteriorated that much.
Oh, it has.
Do you think?
Oh yeah, they do lally by that age.
Maybe,
Do
but
you know
I just think that would feel just horrible, and I would like to be doolally, but be like healthy and happy, like being able to go for a run and
body for image reasons and health reasons. I don't want to be in pain, but at the same time, I'd like to still be able to look at myself at 90 and be like, yeah. I'm feeling myself.
And also, it's quite nice to feel.
I'm feeling myself. Not feeling myself. Hopefully, no one's feeling me at that age.
No.
I know everyone deserves to be loved.
No. Oh, Leah.
I just constantly put my foot in it. Okay.
But I think it's quite nice about your mind not deteriorating. That's not the right word, but you're like becoming a bit simpler and just enjoying the simpler things in life. Yeah. Imagine not worrying about what other people think of you, or not worrying about...
That'll happen by like 40 though, for us.
But I'd rather be fit and just enjoy doing a crossword on the sofa every day than like just still have the mind of a 30-year-old but be in an older body.
Yeah, that would be so weird. Yeah. Next.
Okay, so the next one is, what would you constitute a perfect evening for you?
So difficult when your life's so perfect.
It's so difficult when your Leah Hadzak is.
It's so tough. Obviously that's a joke. The perfect evening for me would be come back from work. Just kidding, my work's at home. I can't.
You're so bad.
Right, so finished work for the day.
Yeah.
Just finished editing a video or doing whatever. We're filming. We're on film set. Lol. We're on film set. We just finished filming. And then, what's the perfect evening?
You've literally said about 100 words without saying anything. See, the pressure to say what the perfect evening is too much.
Yes, I don't know what the perfect evening is. I was thinking I'll come home, husband will have cooked a lovely meal, the children will be in bed. I'm thinking far ahead.
You're thinking very far ahead. What about the perfect evening
right now? Massage after work.
Yeah.
You know, basically just feel really relaxed and pampered. Yeah. Maybe a little pedicure, manicure. Mm-hmm. No, that's taking too much of the evening up. Basically just me on the sofa pampered. With cucumber on my eyes, with Prosecco in both hands.
Yeah, Prosecco.
Basically just sitting here, not here. That was so snobby. Basically sitting in a really comfy AIRBNB.
Yeah.
Link in the description.
Prosecco and cheese.
Prosecco, cheese board, grapes.
Yeah.
Cucumbers on my eyes. The sounds of the sea.
Yeah.
Maybe on holiday actually. Why would I be in England?
Maybe like friends as well, but no friends that I currently have. Just like the perfect friends that one day I'll have. People that don't annoy me.
So being surrounded by people that are not yet in my life,
that are my friends in my imagination, but they're not my actual friends because they don't exist.
And they don't speak.
They don't speak. Oh, they do speak, but they laugh at my jokes and they just shut up.
You have like conversations with them, and like they don't say anything.
Yeah, until I want them to say something.
As if they have said something. So you're like, "Do I look fat in this?" And they don't say anything, and you're like, "Yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. Change it."
or all they can say are compliments. So when I allow them to speak, they're just like, "You look great," and I'm like, "Thanks." Shut up. What about you?
Guys, take everything with a pinch of salt.
This is all jokes.
This is all.
It's going to trigger so many people.
We just make stuff up and joke about it.
And
but as you can see, we don't know what the perfect evening is.
No, I'd struggle with that because I get bored if I have too many of the same evening in a row. Some evenings I love working into the night. Like I just love work. Editing, work, writing, doing whatever. Yeah. And then some evenings I love just doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Some evenings I like locking myself away in my room. Other evenings I like to be sociable. So
sit on the sofa and watch Love Island. Yeah. Prosecco.
Yeah. A dog.
Sometimes I love filming Joel Lia videos all evening.
Yeah. Which is
where's your Fitbit, Joel?
It's on the table. It's 6 p.m, so this is currently our evening.
This is what we're doing all night. We're changing our clothes.
Yeah.
We're staying in the same place.
Yes. That's
perfect
nice.
Evening.
Perfect evening. Let us know what your perfect evening is down below.
We've not had any Prosecco, so we're going to go and pour some.
Yeah.
And
thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We post videos thrice weekly. Also,
and click the notification bell, but also click back. There's 2 other episodes of this series that you might want to watch. Some juicy things in there. Mm-hmm. Joel says about the time that he was in a really haunted hotel.
Yeah.
I talk about how I would something with a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do something with a baby. That sounds...
That's really gross.
Dodge. It's not dodgy, but yeah, go back and have a look. This is becoming one of my favourite series.
It's because it's a throwback to the OG Joel Lia, but with a bit of guidance.
Yeah, because we just used to go off on one
and chat,
whereas at least now we have a bit of a
direction.
Yeah.
Cool. That's it, guys.
That's it. See you soon. Go watch another YouTuber or us. Stay on our channel.
Yeah. It's January. Time's
January.
Tough. Thank you.
Thank you. Shut up.
Thank you.
Bye.
Next. Thank you.
Next.
I'm so grateful for my ex. Thank you.
Next.
Thank you.
Next.
Thank you.
Next. I'm so beeping
grateful for my ex.